Those are Amanda oranges. That's an Amanda orange, which is not a skinny one. I have a sturdy Amanda orange that's going to go here. And I need these got soggy. That's funny. These are some more of my strings, which wound up in the bottom there, which is fine, except the water from the plants leaked on them, so now they're soggy. Let's get the step stool where it's supposed to be. There we go. Now this does have some leaves that were against the window and stuff like that that needs to be removed. Poor little thing. It really got zapped a couple of times here. But it's moderately sturdy looking, so we'll go with that. It's amazing how dry this soil is. Considering all the water I put in here. Okay, that's pretty decent looking. Now it seems so quiet in here, it's ridiculous. It's funny, you go from noise so that you can't hear yourself think to being like dead silent, and you're like, oh, what happened? Let's see. All right. All right. I hear an ash rodent flycatcher outside. That's funny. It's a cutie. I know it is. They're cute. Okay. That is an invincible. And I'm going to string up some of those down at the other end. I'm going to add some more strings. All right, let's see. Close, not in. Darn. I want to have like 3 or 4 at least of these things when I start a project so that when half of them break, I'll still have plenty left. All right, let's see. I need an addition, I've got strings down there, I need an additional reel for that one. Okay, I'm thinking about cutting off some of the bottom of this, but we'll see. There's that side, and there's that side, so that there's 2 places for tomatoes to be hung from. Don't like this string. It's dirty. That's all set there. 2 cutters, yep, there we go. Okay. I also don't care for string when it gets too flaky. When it's just like really unraveled, I'm going to cut it off. There's like quite a bit of string on these things, so you can use them multiple times without having to restring them. You could also buy new string for them. Okay. Move that over so I don't trip over it. This is invincible. He doesn't look particularly invincible right this second, but that's okay. This is another one of those pots that, despite all the water in here, like the center of it's wet, but I'm still hitting, every once in a while I hit a spot that's just bone dry. Fascinating, not in a good way, just fascinating. Okay. Setting this guy down as far in there as I can. I cut off the bottom branches. Guy does have a sucker over here. And kind of a couple of these bottom are pretty crummy. So this shirt is definitely not clean anymore. But I didn't spill on it at lunch, so that's a good start. It's got good, clean potting soil on it. That's what the problem is. Okay. Now, I need to get more pots from the house. and figure out what I'm going to do with the rest of the tomatoes, because I have way more. These were originally supposed to go outside, and we just decided not to play that game this year. So now we have to play another game called, oh goodness, what do we do with them all? Okay, so this guy is over here. Gonna put another one of his buddies there. That'll be another invincible. This is an invincible here. I think we're gonna put another one of his buddies in here too, because he's a little guy. So I have one empty pot, two empty pots, and a couple of spaces I can fill in. Okay, I'm going to go. I've got a piece of grass back here that is tickling me every time I walk by. And it always makes me think that there's a bug climbing on me, and there isn't. But this one lonely plant managed to grow back here. And stick up inside the greenhouse. So he's going away. Okay. There we go. Two empties, a couple of extra spaces. I think we'll be fine. These are dwarfs, so they're never going to get much bigger than about that. Okay, I'm back. Now, I have a lot of small plants here. Some of which will get big, and some of which won't. So I'm going to totally wing it on some of this. Going to take off dead leaves. This guy got really dried out the other day and lost some leaves. So okay. He does have a string for when he gets bigger. I don't need any of this here. So I will take this away. I thought I remembered there being more tomatoes that were bigger than there are, which is okay. Some of them will, however, get bigger. So this is a granadero. That's going to be monster. This is a haussinator. That shouldn't be monster. That should only get to be like 4 or 5 feet tall, which is still big. Let's see. I have a couple that need to go down here. Okay, let's see. Gotta figure this out. It's very complicated sometimes. All right. I now have room in the front here. Smushed these little guys down this morning when I watered them. But they're happy, they're just a little smushed. Okay. Room. I have some big beef. Big beef are indeterminate, so they need to go back there. Plunk, plunk. I've got 3 hausseinators and 1 Amanda orange, which is not leggy. This guy sprouted really late, so he didn't have time to get leggy. I'm going to plant him deep though, because he's wanting to fall over. I have room for 2 more pots here, and I do have 2 more pots here. So, eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Let's see. I think what we do is we set up some more pots. Thought I had my act together. I did, sorta. Part of the way. Let's take a look at the ones that are on the bottom and see. They are happier looking. Yeah, that looks happier than the one on the top. Okay. Now, I'll have to refurbish these guys the same way as I did the other ones. These were all cabbage usage. All right, let's see, do I have any? Walla walla wash, Kalamazoo. Dirt. Okay. Oh, I could show you guys the cucumbers too. They are happy campers. Very happy campers. Which makes me a happy camper also. What I'm going to do here is scratch this up, just like I did the other ones. These are not bone dry because they were on the bottom. Let's see. They're also not super wet, but this feels like there's a root ball in here. Dust. Yep, there is a root ball. Root ball. Okay. Make sure there's no other root balls in here. Every once in a while you'll think you got them all and one will sneak up on you. Which doesn't sound dramatic until you're trying to plant something. You figure out you've got a root ball in the way. Okay, there's that one. This one is a bit drier. Ugh. Dust, 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 dust. Yuck, yuck, yuck. But I don't even want to root ball and a couple of sticks. All right. I will be fertilizing these later. Because these have been used before. These were used for cabbage products. There we go. I can hear someone spinning their tires. Oh, I never like to hear that. We have to go out tomorrow, like it or not. The fact that somebody is spinning their tires means that somebody who doesn't know how to drive on wet roads is busy tearing up the roads. One of the problems of moving out to the country is that a lot of people who move out here don't know their elbow from some other part of their anatomy when it comes to driving on dirt. And they think that driving faster will solve all the problems of the world. It's not the way it works. So, we're going to I'm gonna get these guys planted. Here's my little Amanda orange. She's cute. Another example of a mixed bag in terms of a pot. I've soaked this thoroughly. You saw me soak it multiple times, and yet it still is dry in spots. Very annoying. I want to know what the heck they're doing to the soil that causes it to be so bad. It didn't used to be that way. What are they putting in this? What are they doing to it? I don't get it. All right.